7 a.m.
Now at 9, Kansas Governor Laura Kelly visits Pittsburgh to tout her Axe Your Taxes plan. Plus, we'll hear from a Fort Scott Community College professor about an AI program that could be used to cheat on assignments, and how some local students are getting in the Super Bowl spirit to cheer on the Chiefs.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly's Axe the Tax plan lowered food sales tax to 4% for non-prepared food. KOAM's Amber Jenkins spoke to another business about how they're adjusting.
Lowering the food sales tax is one of the main goals of Kansas Governor Laura Kelly's Axe the Food Tax plan. However, there was some confusion as stores adjusted to the state tax.
There's definitely a little confusion at first because we pretty much just found out from the news about the new laws regarding the tax. Whenever it came to actually implementing it, though, it really wasn't too bad.
Kelly made a stop in Pittsburgh to tout the tax. I asked the governor if there's any state resources to help ease the confusion some business owners have expressed about implementing it.
It doesn't make a difference to the retailer themselves. You know, this is a state tax that they collect and remit. They don't see any of it. They don't keep any of it in their coffers, so it doesn't have any impact on them.
So far, customers at the Pittsburgh Truck and Travel haven't noticed a 4% food sales tax. However, the manager expects heads to turn once the tax hit 0%.
I think the zero is going to be pretty well noticed. Yeah, I think that one's going to be noticed by most people.
However, businesses that are mom and pop country stores, they don't have the same luxury. In fact, I talked to one and they said they are going to upgrade all of their registers just so they can implement this reduced sales food tax. However, they are still having questions. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Businesses like Pittsburgh Truck and Travel are grateful for the pre-installed software in their registers. They say it made the transition to the reduced rate a lot easier. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with the first look at the weather.
Yeah, boy, did it turn out to be a mild, windy day for us today. We had winds gusting at times 40 to 50 miles per hour. Look at that high temp, 71. Our normal high is 48 degrees, so well above where we should be for this time of the year. We've also had the clouds, but now we're going to switch to watching some showers starting to develop. You can see a cold front that's pushing in this line really from east of Kansas City all the way back down just south of Independence. And we're going to get showers that continue to develop along that front. Now, I think most of you are going to be dry for the next couple hours, but we are going to see that rain increasing. Already you can see the temperatures in our northwestern counties dropping into the 50s while everybody else is in the 60s. Now, the winds are going to stay strong until that front gets through, and then it's going to stay breezy once again as we go through the next couple days. But we are definitely going to be much gloomier as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. And of course, I'm going to break that all down for you here in just a bit.
All right, see you then. The miniature golf course at Four Oaks has been closed since 2020. One local retiree is raising money to put a new one in for a place he can take his grandkids. KOAM's Carrie Worthen has more on this story.
It was either God or my grandkids that said, we want a new golf course, our new miniature golf course.
A local resident, Joe Leake, has volunteered to lead a fundraising drive to not only redo, but replace the now vacant course.
I'm a grandfather, what can I do to help? And so I said, well, if you need help to raise some money, then let me know. I would be willing to do it.
The mini golf course had as many as 6,000 rounds played annually before it closed for good. Parks and Rec Director Toby Book says maintenance during COVID decreased.
The course has been in a little bit of a disrepair. Attendance fell off during COVID, so we decided to look at exploring options for a new course instead of sinking an investment into an older course. And the group, the committee that we met with decided that going new would be better. So we had to start the grant writing process and the fundraising process.
A requirement of the Land and Water Conservation Fund grant application is to have the local match in place before awarding it. Of the $175,000 needed to match, Leaks only has $35,000 left to secure in pledges.
It's been a long process already, and hopefully we can get the answer we want and get moving with it. And we've had a lot of people in the community express their support and show their support for it, so that's a good thing.
There was something inside me that said that this would be good for our community. It would be another arrow in the quiver of community attractions for Pittsburgh, Kansas.
The goal is to secure 18 individual whole sponsorships on the $10,000 each to secure the necessary funding to match the LWCF grant to complete the project. Any additional funding will be used to enhance the features and attractions of the mini golf course. In Pittsburgh, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
Until the grant is accepted, Leak is offering a letter of intent to commit to funding. And if you want details or a way to find where you can pledge, you can find it on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Some local students today gave back to those in need. First graders from St. Mary's, Colgan, and Pittsburgh visited the Ronald McDonald House in the 4 States in Joplin. While there, the students donated a variety of items and took a tour of the house. The class's teacher says she began bringing her students to the charity in 2009 after she needed one to stay at.
Made some decorations to put on the tables for centerpieces, some Valentine decorations, and we also made some decorations to hang on the doors to welcome the guests when they arrive, and made some Valentines to leave in the room.
The Ronald McDonald House provides temporary housing for families with seriously ill children in the hospital. If you somehow weren't aware, the Chiefs will be playing in the Super Bowl on Sunday. To celebrate, schools all over the 4 states are hosting Chiefs Spirit Weeks. In Carl Junction, Missouri, today was Mahomes Monday. Students were encouraged to wear their Mahomes jerseys, headbands, wigs, anything to look like the MVP quarterback. One student is related to a Chiefs player.
Yeah, kind of proud, but he used to play for the Ravens, but I never thought that he would play for the Chiefs. Just the Chiefs is such a big team. I just never thought that he'd make it that far.
The player he's referring to is former Missouri Southern Lion Brandon Williams. And Spirit Week at Carl Junction will also include Touchdown Tuesday, Winning Wednesday, Travis Throwback Thursday, and Red Friday. Defense officials are sharing more information about the Chinese spy balloon that was shot down over the Atlantic Ocean during the weekend. They say it's the first time that Chinese surveillance balloons have traversed the U.S., and the issue is gaining steam ahead of the president's State of the Union speech tomorrow. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports from Washington.
Brady Deal went out to go fishing on Sunday, but ended up catching a glimpse of something else instead. He says he saw U.S. Navy personnel in North Myrtle Beach with what looked like a white deflated balloon across 2 boats. A third boat looked like it had a crane and boxes on it. While a Pentagon spokesperson did not comment on this video, they confirmed they have collected pieces of the Chinese spy balloon above water, which left a debris field the size of 15 football fields.
We are still in recovery mode on the balloon remnants itself, both on the surface and undersea. And we expect we'll learn more through that recovery effort.
Defense officials say they've already been able to study the balloon as it traveled across the U.S. last week before it was shot down off the coast of South Carolina on Saturday. The U.S. estimates the balloon was up to 200 feet tall, potentially weighed more than 1,000 pounds, and could have carried explosives. But officials insist the balloon did not pose a physical military threat.
We've made it clear to China what we're going to do. They understand our position. We're not going to back off. We did the right thing.
Chinese surveillance balloons have crossed into U.S. airspace at least 3 times, including during the Trump administration, according to U.S. officials. Threats the intelligence community was not able to detect at the time. Lawmakers in Congress are calling this a watershed moment in the country's relationship with China.
We are in a Cold War with the Chinese Communist Party.
House Republicans are discussing a resolution to disapprove of President Biden's handling of the Chinese spy balloon, but it's unclear if they'll vote on one before the State of the Union address on Tuesday. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Coming up, we'll learn about new guidelines to combat childhood obesity.
$190,000 in total cash and prizes.
Shop Deal Days Friday through Monday only at Ashley Home Store's President's Day sale. Save 20% off plus get special financing for 60 months. That's 20% off plus take 5 years to pay. This weekend only at Ashley Home Store.
The Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl for the 3rd time in 4 years. Go Chiefs! Primed and ready to bring the trophy back to Kansas City. Join the KOM sports team for everything you need to know leading up to Super Bowl Sunday. They'll have special coverage each night during KOM News at 9 on Fox 14. Sponsored by Aaron Saxon Associates, committed to community service.
Are you wanting to get your ads in front of the right people? KOAM Marketing has the answer. Our group of experts will streamline the process and help you get your commercial to your target audience through streaming. In a world that is constantly changing, KOAM Marketing is here to help you change along with it, effortlessly. KOAM Marketing, a leader in innovative marketing strategies. Visit KOAMnewsnow.com/advertise and let's talk streaming.
At Abernathy Roofing and Construction, we want to help you make the best decision for your home, your family, and your future. The best way to increase the value of your home while protecting your family and your biggest investment is with a new roof. We make the process as simple and easy as possible. Abernathy Roofing and Construction is an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor and offers our customers warranties that will withstand the test of time. Give us a call today at 417-540-4411 or visit abernathyroofingandconstruction.com for a free estimate.
A witness saw a man throw body over the cliff. Iris? Could be her down there. She alive?
911 Lone Star, all new Tuesday at 8/7 Central on Fox. Don't miss savings at Ashley Home Store's President's Day Deal Days. Friday through Monday only. Get 0% interest for 5 years with no down payment. That's no interest until 2028 with no down payment. This weekend only at Ashley Home Store.
They're the first updated guidelines on evaluating and treating childhood obesity in 15 years, with the American Academy of Pediatrics reminding doctors how important early action is when it comes to combating the crisis impacting millions of kids. Fox News' Ted Linder takes a look at the new protocols.
Early intervention could be key to combating childhood obesity. The American Academy of Pediatrics is urging doctors to follow its new obesity guidelines, which call for earlier use of behavioral therapy, surgery, and medication, depending on the child's needs.
This promotes an approach that considers the child's health status, the family system, the community context, and the resources for treatment.
Nearly 15 million children and teens in the U.S. are considered obese, meaning their body mass index is at or above the 95th percentile for kids of the same age and gender.
Obesity has been considered a personal choice and a shameful choice. And we know that it's not. It's that it's has to do with genetics and it has to do with lifestyle and has to do with socioeconomic status.
Failure to treat obesity in kids could cause them to develop other serious health problems.
Comorbid illnesses like high blood pressure, kidney disease, liver disease.
The guidelines list intensive health behavior and lifestyle treatment as one of the most effective behavioral strategies to treat childhood obesity. But this can be hard to accomplish because it involves 26 hours or more of face-to-face counseling to address things like nutrition, physical activity, and more.
Be a role model for the kinds of life skills that you want your child to have, whether that be daily physical activity or eating vegetables every day.
Besides implementing healthier lifestyle choices, the guidelines advise doctors to offer weight loss medications for kids 12 years and older. Meanwhile, doctors are being asked to evaluate people 13 years and up who suffer severe obesity for weight loss surgery. Ted Linder, Fox News.
An analysis of breast and lung cancer screenings finds during each COVID-19 spike, screening rates dropped starting in 2020 and continuing through early 2022. Between spikes, screening rates went back to normal levels. Delayed screenings can delay cancer diagnosis and lead to more deaths. Researchers say more work needs to be done to get screening rates back to pre-pandemic levels. Doug is next with a complete look at the forecast, and later, there's another round of high school athlete signings today. We'll learn who's going where in sports.
Insurance Division, see us for your crop insurance coverage.
You can't believe everything you hear. Like George Washington never chopped down that old cherry tree. But you can believe in big savings during the President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last. Plus, 4 years, no interest financing. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices, guaranteed. The President's Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Welcome to the world's toughest culinary competition.
All the drama takes place on a 3-story kitchen. The top level will get the first pick of ingredients. The basement, you'll have to make do with what's ever left.
We're on the top. Let's stay on the top.
Cook your way out of this basement.
It's a dungeon. The house is on fire. This is Next Level Chef.
How about a checking account that earns money? That's right, say it with me, earn money. Up to 3% with an Elevate checking account from Guarantee Bank. And you also get anywhere banking tools like free online banking, free mobile banking, free ATM debit card, and free online bill pay with eStatement. Start earning money at your local community bank. Guarantee Bank. Visit gbankmo.com for details and open your Elevate checking account today. It's your life. It's your money. We are your bank. Guarantee Bank.
For a limited time only at Johnny Carino's, enjoy our 5 for $15.99 ribeye steak and shrimp meal deal. Juicy, char-grilled ribeye steak, crispy Parmesan shrimp, your choice of pasta, bottomless salad, our Italian nachos appetizer, and our fresh-baked bread for only $15.99.
Famous Dave's Barbecue, now open for to-go. Enjoy a $5 brisket sandwich piled high with smoky Texas beef brisket. Order now at famousdaves.com.
Well, of course, it turned out to be a warm and very windy day for us today. Lower 70s during the afternoon. We had winds gusting 40 to 50 at times, which is crazy. It really got up there, especially during the afternoon hours. Nice shot, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, Indigo's just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Look at these temps this afternoon. We should not be this warm in the beginning of February. Just about everybody upper 60s to near 70, and we're still fairly warm. It's 60 in Nevada, 58 in Pineville, 61 in Miami, Parsons at 60. Starting to cool down just a little bit. You know, northwestern counties, Yates Center is dropping back to about 55 degrees. And the reason is we have a cold front that is sliding in. It's not cold Arctic air, it's just cold Canadian air. 30s, 40s, and that's going to be more of the temperature zone that we're going to be sitting at as we go through the next couple days. Now, the winds are going to stay up through the overnight hours for us tonight. We still have these southerly winds at about 10 to 20. They're not as bad as what we had earlier, but it's going to stay breezy tonight into the daytime hours tomorrow. A lot of clouds next couple hours. Showers are already starting to pick up. On and off showers through the night into the morning hours. So make sure you take the rain gear when you're getting up in the morning, at least part of the viewing area. But here comes this cold front. And you can see this little line here of showers that have popped up. So right along the front, we're getting some scattered showers, and we could even get a scattered thunderstorm tonight. Nothing strong, nothing severe, but let's go ahead and zoom in, and we can see a few popping up just to the south of Erie. Here's Parsons over toward Coffeyville. A little band of moderate showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Stretching back south of Independence, and then just to the north of Bartlesville, and these are going to continue to flare up as we go through the overnight hours as that front drops in. So we'll stop at 1:30. Scattered showers, random thunderstorm, especially along the I-44 corridor. Showers through the night, but by morning, if you live north of I-44, you're just going to have clouds. If you live along and south of I-44, your day is going to start with scattered showers. And this is where they're going to kind of hang out most of the day, is along and south of I-44. Here's the noon hour. Also notice the temps. We're in the 40s. And then look how the rain expands as we get late afternoon into the evening hours. Now, if you live north of I-44, yeah, most of your day is dry, but rain will start to creep north as we get into Wednesday. So still tomorrow night, showers along and south of I-44, and then as we get into Wednesday, especially Wednesday afternoon, here comes the more widespread rain where everybody gets into the action. Rain chances shoot up tonight and then mainly stay in our southern counties, but stick around as we go through the daytime hours for us tomorrow, and we could even see some decent amounts of rain. We're going to get more into that in our second half hour. Plus, if you look at Friday here, it says AM snow. So we got a lot more to talk about, especially once we get into the second half hour. We'll talk more about rainfall amounts, timing, and we'll also look at that next storm system on Friday.
You talked about that wind, early on in the segment.
Ooh, it was moving. Yeah.
Left the house, came back, trash can in the middle of the driveway.
Yeah.
I was like, well, should have listened to our weather team.
Yeah, I think Sam showed the trash can forecast last night.
Yeah,
so
he
there
did.
you go.
All right. Thank you, Doug.